Welcome back to Big Movie Mouth Off, the podcast where three Salt Lake City-based critics feud about film. I'm Jeff Counts.
I'm Brooks Bird.
And I'm Adam McDonald.
Spring has sprung, boys. It's warmer weather. A
Yeah,
lot of movies coming at
Finally,
us now. I mean,
finally, yeah. We're
finally all
actually
around.
we can go see things.
the screeners are coming fast and furious right now, so it's kind of hard to keep up. We've got a really strange show, but it wouldn't be Big Movie Mouth Off if we didn't. We're going to review A24's latest film, Death of a Unicorn. Then we'll review the Minecraft movie, or is it called A Minecraft movie? I
A
can't
Minecraft.
remember. A Minecraft movie. Then we'll do, and guys, I can't believe we've never done this before, but we're going to do a bad video game movie guilty pleasure. Somehow we've gone 32 episodes and not done that. So we're going to do a bad video game guilty pleasure, and then we'll do coming attractions. First up, though, is Death of a Unicorn. Before Brooks gives us a brief synopsis, here's a little bit of the trailer.
Unicorns used to be seen like these divine monsters because people fully believe that they could heal literally anything.
It's an opportunity for immortality.
We have a moral imperative to harvest every last one.
They're gonna kill us.
Don't move.
Okay, Brooks, what's this one about?
Well, I mean, you can kind of keep it short and simple. Elliot and his daughter Ridley, he's a lawyer. They're headed to his boss's estate. It's basically a preserve for animals. And on the way, they hit a unicorn and decide to take it with them, like you do. And along the way, they find out with the family, the Leopolds, that it has magical powers, magical healing powers. I mean, it's a unicorn. Of course it does. Probably way more healing powers than the lava lamp. So they decide they want to mine this for all it's worth. But little do they know that, yeah, a big one, the daddy, comes calling, looking for its calf. I don't know. Not calf. Maybe horse.
A foal.
A foal. And hilarity and gore ensues.
I have to say right from the top that the concept, the setup for this is great. We all saw this trailer a while ago, and I think all three of us were like, okay, that sounds like a pretty great conceit. I'm in. I was especially excited when I saw the cast. It's got Paul Rudd, it's got Richard E. Grant, it's got Tay Leone, it's got Will Poulter, the daughter. I'm drawing a blank on the daughter. She's so good.
Jenna Ortega.
Jenna Ortega, thank you. The cast is top shelf. It's also got one of my favorite people, Anthony Carrigan, who we know him from, he's NoHo Hank in Barry. It just goes to show you they're not afraid to spend a little bit of money on the cast. So the conceit's good. The cast is good. Brooks, how's the execution?
For the most part, it's great. I know some people have been having a little bit of a trouble with the last scene, but it made sense to me in context. But the jokes are funny. I mean, Paul Rudd, he kind of gets to play a straight guy. Well, the straight man for once.
He
Yeah,
does.
that's a better way to put it. And he actually works very well with Ortega. They have a natural daddy-daughter kind of relationship, and the reactions to each other seem authentic and genuine. And then you've got the Leopolds, Tay Leone and Richard E. Grant and Will Poulter are amazing. And it was really nice for me to see Jessica Hines in something because she's one of my favorites from back in the space days from Edgar Wright.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
also a really quick sequence that was right out of that movie that just made my day because of her being in it and that. And I'm like, well, he's obviously a fan, the director. But yeah, the gore worked. It wasn't extremely over the top, but was necessary for when it happens, which is always fun, probably especially for counts.
So I love when you give a movie an assignment and it knows what it is and it aces the exam. Like, Star Wars, what is it? It is a war in the stars. Boom, we did that. We're good to go. Death of a unicorn. A unicorn dies, and then people start dying because they get greedy. Like, that's what the movie's supposed to be. It's not pretending to be something else. And, yes, you can talk about there's some satirical things about, the difference between classes in America, the rich versus the poor. And yeah, I guess that would be kind of the parable or the story a lesson we're trying to learn from this horror movie. I kind of don't think it's a horror movie, though. I think it's just
No.
a fun little action adventure comedy bloody fun thing.
It's a Jurassic Park movie, just
Yeah.
as we all said when it was over.
It's definitely a monster movie. You're right about that, Brooks. And I mentioned the cast, and Brooks, you've even drilled down further to talk about who plays who. And this family, this rich family of Richard E. Grant, Tay Leone, and their son, Will Poulter, it's a little over the top the way they're played. It's a little on the nose because they're this rapacious capitalist ruling family of this pharmaceutical company, right? So it's easy to play them as just patently evil. Interestingly, it made me think about Mickey 17 because they do the same thing with Toni Collette and Mark Ruffalo in that movie. But for whatever reason, it didn't work for me there, and it totally works for me here. Maybe the writing's a little tighter, maybe the acting's a little better. I don't know. I thought the three of them were great. Will Poulter, especially. Every word out of his mouth, I laughed. I thought he was perfect for this. We're going to be talking about him again in a couple of weeks.
I wonder what
Warfare.
for.
Yeah, when we review Warfare. But you're right. Paul Rudd, Brooks, mostly plays it straight.
Yeah, he's really just kind of there to react to stuff. And I mean, he does obviously get to play his Paul Rudd routine, which is always good. But it was nice for him to just kind of not sit on the sidelines, but be, I don't know, more normal.
Yeah, more of an everyman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, the trailer gives away a fair bit about what unicorns are in this world. They're pretty scary. They're pretty monstrous creatures. They're not My Little Pony by a long shot. Did the creature concept work for you, Adam?
Yes, I think it did because they did a really wise thing where at the end of it you do see the unicorn. You see it in all of its glory, all of them together, daddy and baby unicorn. But it did what I like is that there were a lot of scenes where you were building tension and terror. Well, not so much terror, but because they only show you part of the unicorn. Like you'll see its mouth, you'll see its hooves, you'll see its horn. And that's always scarier to see parts of a creature instead of all of it. Like we go back to Cloverfield, if they had never shown the actual alien in Cloverfield, that movie would have been a million times better. And it's already a good movie. I'm not saying that. But you didn't need that. You didn't need the alien in Signs. And I felt that they used the unicorn the correct way in the correct moments. So you did get a fun little grand reveal at the end. And then it was like, oh, this is actually kind of cool. So, I mean, were they believable in the sense that did I really believe there was a unicorn there based on, the cinematography and the CGI and everything else and the practical effects? No, but you weren't meant to. It did its job. Again, it aced the exam. It would stick its horn through people and stomp on them and do all kinds of fun things. I mean, that's true. It's in the trailer as well.
It is.
But I don't think they were trying to be realistic with the unicorn. As far as I'm concerned, it did its part. Like Brooks, you said Jurassic Park. I mean, this was the T-Rex coming down, eating the car, and then eating the guy off of the toilet, and the unicorns did that for me.
I'm going to disagree with you about one thing, and it has nothing to do with this movie. We absolutely did need to see the alien in Signs, but only once, just in that birthday party video. That's the only time you needed to see the alien. So Joaquin Phoenix can have that gasp, that reaction when it walks across the screen. Then they never should have showed it again.
It's not my favorite, but I can understand your point. Trust me.
Yeah.
I get it. But
Well,
makes
it's
sense.
easy to understand my point because it's correct, Adam.
what was that again? Lone Ranger? What was who?
All
That's
right,
your
well,
Scream 4, just so you know.
It is, I know. Well, the CGI, I'm glad you mentioned the CGI because I think that's one of the ways this movie doesn't carry itself well. The CGI is good when the animals are in close up or mostly standing still, but when they move, it looks terrible.
Yeah.
So the CGI is kind of amateur. So maybe that's part of what you're talking about, Adam. We're not supposed to take that part of this overly seriously. It's really more about class. It's really more about capitalism. It's really more about people taking advantage of things for their own personal gain. That's really the context of this film. But Brooks, you're a monster guy. Did you have trouble with the CGI as well?
Not really. I mean, I did just watch White Buffalo, so I have that fresh on my mind for how far we've come.
You said it looked good. You don't get to go back on that.
Hey, it looked fine to me for when it came out. And this looks fine for what they're using it for. It's never supposed to be really a horror movie. It's not necessarily trying to be scary. It's mostly just suspenseful and funny, and it does both very well.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get to scores. I will go first. This movie surprised me only because I was afraid that I was going in with expectations that were too high, but they were all met. I had a blast. I thought it was so much fun. I'd heard a few peripheral noises about bad reviews, about people really not enjoying this, about people thinking that it just completely missed what it was trying to accomplish.
They're wrong.
I don't know what they're talking about because,
No.
as you said, Adam, ace the exam. This movie had one job and it did it. It was supposed to tell this really weird story well. It's super well acted. It is hilarious when it wants to be, but it doesn't try to do that too much. And it's plenty scary when it needs to be. So I'm at 3.5, if you can believe it. I liked it
Wow.
a lot. And man, it's really hard for A24 to miss right now. They're doing so much great stuff these last few years. Anytime I see that logo pop up, I'm inclined to be excited. So I'm at 3.5. Brooks, where are you?
I think I'm gonna have to jump right in and say the same, 3.5, for all the same reasons. It's really funny when it wants to be and knows when not to be.
Yeah.
And the cast is having a great time, and the monsters, the unicorns tend to be frightening enough, and they definitely get their job done with everyone that gets their paws and horns on. So yeah, I'm going with the 3.5.
Adam?
So one thing I forgot to bring up that I really did want to was there's a big part in this that they're learning how to deal with the unicorns from some tapestries. And
Oh,
Jenna
yeah.
Ortega's character is really into it and figuring it out. And what I really enjoyed, and I didn't really think about till later on, was that this is really just a fairy tale,
Yeah.
except it's told in 2025 instead of back in like the 1800s.
Mhm.
That said, I'm a little bit lower than you guys, about a 3. I really fully agree with everything you said. I did have trouble with the ending scene. I thought I could have done differently. And there's a redemption arc I don't feel is deserved. But aside from that, it's so much fun. I can't wait to see it again. If you go to the A24 shop, they're selling the unicorn horn lamp. I'll let you go there and see what you think of it. Not sure I
Buyer
agree with that.
beware.
Buyer
Yeah.
beware, yeah.
Yeah.
Or not.
But no, it's fun. And honestly, the Leopolds steal the show.
Oh
They're
my
Oh,
God.
yeah.
more of the evil monster than the unicorns, and they're so much fun. And like Will Poulter getting high off unicorn dust and getting addicted to it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
Taya Leone can do more with 3 words than anyone
Mm.
I've seen this year. She is
Oh, yeah.
so good. All right, so Adam, you're at 3.
3 stars, yeah.
Brooks?
3.5.
3.5 for me too. This one was well liked by the Big Movie Mouth-Off boys. All right, for something a little different, we're going to talk about a Minecraft movie, a video game film. Adam is going to take us through that synopsis, but before he does that,
Hooray.
here's some trailer.
Life here was perfect. Until one day, flint and steel, we came across the Nether. A place with no joy or creativity at all. You! What are you making? Oh! If they get their way, this beautiful world and everything in it will wither and die.
Bio con Dios. It means goodbye, brother.
No, it doesn't.
Don't look at her. It does.
Okay, Adam, does this have a story?
It tries to.
It
So
thinks it does.
it does. This is based on the best-selling famous video game Minecraft, which I think everyone knows about, even if you don't know anything about the actual game. It stars Jack Black as Steve. He's this guy who's always wanted to be a miner. And one day he finds this magical key that lets him into this place called the Overworld, where everything's blocky, everything's made of squares, and you can build anything you want to your heart's content. We'll fast forward a few years, and we have Henry and his sister Natalie. They are both moving to Idaho because their mom passed away, going through hard times. Everyone hates him. He bumps into Garrett, who is a washed up video game prodigy, finds the key there, and all of them get sucked into this world, only to find out that Jack Black has been captured and released by the evil Malgosha, who wants to escape the underworld and destroy the overworld and steal all of its gold and riches for itself. And it thinks hilarity ensues, but it doesn't.
It is as dumb as what you just said it is.
It's worse.
Wow, it's hard to know where to even begin on this. This movie
It
is
sucked. Goodbye, folks. Thanks. Have a nice day.
I'll be very honest. I told Adam this. I cannot remember at least the last 30 minutes of that movie. I was just completely glazed over by then, and I have no idea what happens.
Sadly, Brooks, I saw it today, so I remember the last 30 minutes of it extremely well. And I would call this movie occasionally funny,
It started out funny.
but constantly excruciating.
Yes.
And Jack Black being dialed up to 12 is something that I think is about 10 years past its due date. It's time for him to start doing something else. I don't mean stop acting. I just mean
Yeah.
stop playing this version of himself. He is so distracting the entire time. And I'm just a little tired of his shtick. And if I said that to 10 years ago me, I'd be angry with myself because I used to think that he couldn't do anything wrong. Now it seems like he does everything wrong. He's really a liability for this film's success. I know he's making a ton of video game movies right now. It's kind of his thing. He just did Borderlands, another stinker. Apologies if one of you have selected that as your guilty pleasure. We'll find out. But
I haven't seen it.
Still haven't
he's
seen it. No.
he's distracting, and I think he gets in the way of the other characters actually having good moments because Jason Momoa is funny, and I think there's a few times where he would have shined if he'd been allowed to.
And see, I will fully disagree with you there because I found him worse than Jack Black.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, he was so like the.
Well, I
fake
find
little
you
tough
worse than
guy.
Brooks right now. So
Well, that's fine. I'm
The
used
first
to being
time
the
for
worst.
everything.
Yeah, first time for everything. No, I found him just as distracting, and the whole like, hey, cool guy, blah 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 thing has been overdone. And I like Jason Momoa, and I like a lot of stuff he's been in. This just felt like, it's okay to be a caricature, but when you fully live through that and get to absurdity, that's where I have a problem with it. But for me, the only redeeming value in this movie, there's two things. One,
That
I
it
will say
ended.
the world. Well, yeah, that's three. The world is amazing. It looks really nice.
It does.
I think
I
they
agree.
did a
It has
really
some cool
good job.
effects. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Effects are cool. I think that the first two times you saw Jennifer Coolidge, that was one of the few laughs I got. There's a great joke about raccoons that I'm not going to repeat here. I know the kids didn't get it, but all of us did.
I couldn't believe they said that line in a kids
Yeah.
movie. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. So that got a laugh out of me. But aside from that, I mean, this is one of the most painful things I've ever seen. And I didn't care I was surrounded by children. There were some choice words coming out of my mouth. So
Brooks, I have a theory. I want you to tell me if I'm
it
right.
could be bunnies. No one got that.
What is it? Explain
It's
it.
from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Okay. I was never a Buffy guy. I'm sorry. Can
Me
we still be
neither.
friends?
I tried.
I don't know. You're worse than Brooks now, too. So
All right, Brooks, back to my theory. Here it is. I feel like with most video game movies, everyone these days, if they're trying to do a funny one, is trying to recreate the magic of the Jumanji remake. And the thing Jumanji did right, that none of these other movies seem smart enough to even attempt, is they let the game be a game in the movie. If these characters had been in Minecraft, the game, known it was a game, then I think the jokes and their reactions and everything that happened to them might have played a little better. What do you think?
Instead of it being a real world
Exactly.
where they have to like learn how it works. They have
Exactly.
no idea who any of these creatures are. Yeah, that makes sense. My main gripe with Jack Black being in another video game movie is I think he's really funny in the Jumanji movies.
Exactly.
But he's also playing other characters. Like he's not playing himself. So you kind of expect him to be more off kilter than usual. So he can do this. It's just I don't know what happened here. But they let him off his leash and someone needs their nose swatted with a newspaper.
So this is exactly what happens when Ben Falcone directs Melissa McCarthy.
Oh, yes.
She's
Yep.
fantastic. I love her to death, but
But-
he lets her leash go, and she needs a director like Paul Feig or someone like that who like says, "Look, I appreciate and I respect the hell out of you, but we got to calm it down a bit. You take her down 3 notches, and she is one of the funniest actors on the face of the planet.
Paul
You
Feig.
let it go up 6 more, and then you've lost me."
It's the same with Jack Black. I think you might be onto something there, Adam. It also is similar to what started to happen to Jim Carrey's career. People were just not reining him in. People were allowing him to do whatever he wanted. Now he's sort of come back to that a little bit in the Sonic movies. Jack Black is just sort of at maximum volume all the time
Yeah.
now, and it just doesn't work. I don't know. I think I might be onto something with this idea of having the game be a game in that world. And I think if he had done that, he being Jared Hess, the director, who we all know from Napoleon Dynamite, if he'd done that, then he wouldn't have had to cut to a reaction shot after every single joke.
Yeah.
If you are cutting to
Yeah.
reaction shots after every line, it's because you don't think your script is funny and you don't trust your audience to get it. And I
It's
think
like a laugh track.
it's exactly what it's like. And I think that was another of the million mistakes that was made with this movie. I'm glad you said, Adam, that it looks good because the world building is actually kind of fun.
Yeah, it's exactly like the game in the sense that you can literally make anything. Like they've actually found a way to recreate the original 1993 Doom in it, and you can play Doom in a video game. Like Clark plays it and it crashes the servers because he's got like nuclear power plants like powering the whole thing and doing stuff. And there's like people have spent thousands of hours recreating Hogwarts where you can go walk around and see everything. It's exactly how the movie was. So your imagination is truly limitless in the game. And, they had that whole rich history to mine from, pun intended. Uh, and they just didn't try. Like, Jared Hess, he can work well with Jack Black. He's done it. It was Nacho Libre, right? That he did.
Yes.
Yeah, that was fun, and that was Jack Black over the top, but it was still
Yeah.
there was some restraint there. Jack Black in Tropic Thunder, over the top, some restraint. But yeah, I'm not a big Napoleon Dynamite fan, so I can't really say I have a fondness for Jared Hess. But yeah, I don't know. I have no words right now. So
I loved Napoleon Dynamite. I think Nacho Libre is kind of on the don't watch anymore list now for lots of pretty good reasons. But I'm not sure that Jared Hess is evolving much as a director. This movie
Clearly.
didn't show a lot of growth in my
He's still using
estimation.
tater tot jokes.
I'm wondering if you guys, like me, were completely disturbed the entire movie by the voice of the villain. I couldn't place her. It was driving me crazy.
Oh, she's amazing.
She's
oh yeah, she's
I
great.
knew who it
amazing.
was before I went in, and I love
I
her.
knew the voice. I just couldn't place it. It's Rachel House, and she plays Jeff Goldblum's right hand, like general in Thor
From Hunt
Ragnarok,
for the Wilder People.
and also that as well. So she's wonderful. So to have voice talent like that and a cast like that, and still make a stinker like this, that's Jared's fault. I can't blame anyone but him. And this is a very different experience for me. I didn't go into this one expecting much, but I somehow was even more disappointed than I thought I would be. I think it's an absolute bomb.
But it's making money, so we're gonna get a sequel most
Yeah.
likely.
Unfortunately, this won't be a Minecraft movie.
I wish it was the Minecraft movie, which would mean it was the only one.
Well,
All
that
right,
means nothing. Look at Final Destination.
good point. Let's go to scores. I don't know what else to say. Adam, you get to go first. You're the maddest.
So I hate this movie. I hate it with a fiery passion. I walked out and I told them that the existence of this film proves there is no God, and I've lost all faith in humanity, and now I have no choice but to walk out into the sea. I will begrudgingly give it a half star for the world, because I think the overworld does look amazing. I think they did a good job nailing that, and for the raccoon joke by Jennifer Coolidge.
I think a half star is worse than zero.
It's a
Brooks,
pity half star.
It really
Yeah,
is.
exactly.
Brooks, where are you?
This is a really hard one to gauge. I have to admit, I kind of liked the first 15, 20 minutes when it was just kind of setting things up and Jared Hess was being Jared Hesse and he's just being quirky and it was his brand of quirky. So I was kind of like, okay, maybe we're in luck. And then the rest of the movie takes over. And I think there's a reason Momoa's character is called the Garbage Man, because he's in this garbage movie. And so I'm going to have to agree with Adam and stick this half star landing.
All right. Half a star. Well, look, there's one joke that only Jared Hess would make, and it's about the state of Idaho and neighboring states. I'm not going to give it away, but that joke for me was funny enough. And I'm actually going to give it 1 star, boys. I'm giving this movie 1 star.
Wow.
The Outlier.
I didn't like it. It was terrible.
No.
I did enjoy seeing it. There were a lot of kids in the show that I saw
Oh no,
today.
the kids had so much fun. Like my
They had a
buddy.
blast. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what troubles me.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so they gave us these little like the Minecraft like sunglasses, the pixelated ones,
The
and
sunglasses are kind of fun.
yeah, they were. But my buddy saw it and he's like, "Oh, can you get a pair for my son?" I'm like, "He can have it, and he can have my little sword." Dude, his
Take
kid
it,
went there
please.
to the movie with the glasses on. No one else had them because it was a screener
Yeah.
only, and everyone thought he was the coolest person in the world and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
So
Well, 1 star for me, Brooks.
Half.
Adam.
half.
That's a total of 2 stars.
I think this is the lowest
From the
rated movie
panel.
we've
This
ever
is
had.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
been
it
a while
is.
since we've scored something this low.
Because I
and
think Wild Robot, haha, I think that's number 1 with 12 stars, isn't it?
oh yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
I think that's
and speaking of the Wild Robot, as much as I love it, what's the one thing it does that I absolutely cannot stand in a movie?
When it says its name,
Minecraft says its own name.
it does
It does that, and that
does.
made me even angrier.
in a really bad moment too. So, all right. Well, don't go see this. Go see Death of a Unicorn. If you've got kids, maybe take them, but play on your phone the whole time. That's my advice to you.
Yes.
When we come back, we're going to do Guilty Pleasures Bad Video Game Movies. I can't believe it'll be the first time we've done that. Stay with us. Welcome back to episode 33 of Big Movie Mouth Off. I'm Jeff Counts.
I'm Brooks Bird.
And I'm Adam McDonald.
Guilty Pleasures, Bad Video Game Edition. Brooks, you're up.
Well, I mean, it may not be surprising because everyone knows that I love movies that are so bad. And so I'm sticking with 1993's classic Super Mario Brothers.
Oh man. Well,
I have it in 4K.
that movie has become kind of everybody's guilty pleasure. People
Exactly.
really do look upon that fondly. Look,
Yeah.
it was really the first video game movie, right? It's
Well, the
often
first,
credited for
I
that.
think it is, yeah. Yep, it is. It's right here on my wiki. The first American feature-length live-action film based on a video game.
That's right. So it's one of the weirdest video
It's
game movies for
it's one of
sure.
the weirdest movies ever.
It's a
And
very
if
strange
you
movie.
watch the work print version, it's a very different movie and way better.
Describe what that is for people.
So with the work print, there's the original version of the film the director cobbles together basically probably to get his rating and to show the studio what they're doing. And it's just got all kinds of extra scenes and just even just little things here and there that got cut that just sometimes make it honestly flow better, but then can provide more story and it really changes it and makes it way more enjoyable. And I believe it's on YouTube.
I know that Hoskins has sadly passed away, but doesn't Leguizamo get really mad when people bring up this movie in
Oh,
interviews?
oh, he hates this movie so much.
Well, he's wrong about it. It's Brooks's guilty pleasure.
Well, and I mean, here's
Yeah.
the thing is
I have it in
sometimes
4K. What? How does this movie get a 4K?
well, I mean, why not? But here's the thing is
Exactly.
sometimes we all do things for money, and sometimes there's nothing wrong with working for a paycheck, and I don't think there's anything wrong with an actor taking a role because they're an extra zero on that paycheck,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, Adam, you're not going to get a paycheck for your guilty pleasure, but I do want to know what it is.
So this one I really feel is I don't know. I don't think it's a bad movie whatsoever, and so I'm saying it's a guilty pleasure because it was actually the reason why I did a Comic-Con panel at FanX about video game movies adaptations, and I'm talking about 2022's Uncharted.
I
I
liked it.
actually liked it too.
Here's the thing is the video game for those who haven't played it, it's about Nathan Drake. He's the descendant of Sir Francis Drake, and he's basically an Indiana Jones type character in modern times. And he goes around, does all these things, but it's known for almost being like you're playing a movie. Like I've had people like was at a friend's house and his mom came in and he's like, "Oh, what movie you watching?" We're like, "No, it's a video game." And that was back like on PS3. So in this one, it just follows the same rules of the game. You've got Tom Holland playing Drake. You've got Mark Wahlberg as his kind of mentor Sully, who everyone got upset about because he didn't have a mustache, blah blah blah. It's just a
Always
fun action
something.
adventure game. And like, yeah, it's stupid. They lift up a ship and it flies at the end with hooks from a helicopter. And guess what? It's meant to be silly. It's a video game movie. It doesn't need to be high art. And I could have chosen Mortal Kombat for the same reasons, but
Or Street
just,
Fighter.
or Street Fighter. Let the kids have fun. Let us have fun. That's the whole point. Most of the time with video games, especially Uncharted, you want to turn your brain off for a couple hours, enjoy the game because it's not like a deep story or that's going to change your
No.
life. The movie's 100% that. And I think people just kind of poo-poo it because it's not what they wanted because Drake was too young or this and that, but yeah, it is what it is. Just
It's like Indiana Jones and the Da Vinci Code had a baby.
yeah.
I want to caution anyone who's listening not to scold us about saying the same thing about Minecraft. Let the kids have fun because there's good bad and there's
Yes.
bad bad. And that
Yes.
movie is bad bad. And I totally agree with Adam that Uncharted is good bad.
Yes. And if you are upset about the Uncharted movie, just so you know, it canonically is in the same universe as The Last of Us, so now you can say where everything ends.
Excellent.
And
Yeah.
I think it's in the same universe as the other one we talked about for the coming attractions where she's in the Porsche spaceship. But yeah, canonically it is in the Last of Us universe.
And look, if you spent time worrying about the fact that Mark Wahlberg did not have a mustache in this movie, you have forgotten about the fact that Mark Wahlberg is a mustache.
That he's in the movie to begin
Yes.
with.
Mine is definitely bad. It was poorly reviewed and it was not well liked. And I thought that was for good reason. But I think my love for this film has to do with my love for the franchise it's based on. And I was just so excited to see them try. And I'm talking about 2017 Assassin's Creed. This was the Michael Fassbender, Marion Cotillard movie. It was directed by this guy, Justin Kurzel. He had just done in 2015 an incredible Macbeth with the two of them. So, what a weird next project. I agree with the people that say it's not good, but I just loved seeing that world brought to life. My fandom for Assassin's Creed, the games, has made it impossible for me to be objective about Assassin's Creed, the movie. I love it. It's my guilty pleasure. So mine was 2017's Assassin's Creed. Adam
Mine was 2022's Uncharted.
and Brooks.
1993 Super Mario Brothers, not the new one.
No, Definitely not the new one. The classic with Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo. All right. Before we go, let's do our coming attractions real fast. I'll go first since I just went last. I just saw this as I was stumbling around on IMDb. I didn't even know it was happening. But the reason I'm excited about it is because it has the everywhere guy in Hollywood right now. Who's that?
Jack Quaid, and I think we're thinking of the
Exactly.
same movie.
Are we
Oh,
talking
yeah.
are we thinking about Neighborhood Watch?
Yes, and I changed my vote because I thought one of you would take it.
Well, okay. So can I talk about it or do you
Oh
want
yeah, of
to?
course. I did
Okay.
something different.
So Neighborhood Watch stars Jack Quaid as a mentally ill person who witnesses an abduction. He tries to get help from his neighbor, an ex-security guard, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and they go after the person. It's kind of like Novocaine a little bit, not just because it has Jack Quaid in it, but it's some of the similar story beats. It's also kind of like Thelma, which was the wonderful movie with June Squibb last year. I also like that it's got Malin Ackerman again, so there's a little bit of a Watchmen reunion in this. It looks really interesting. Brooks, it's by the director that did The Clove Hitch Killer. Did you ever see that?
No, but I think I have it in my queue on Shudder.
Well, you have to watch it and let me know. It looks really interesting. So Neighborhood Watch is
Okay.
my coming attraction. Adam, you didn't pick that. What did you pick?
I actually just shared the trailer with you today. It is Tron Ares.
Oh,
Yeah.
It is the third in, I don't know if they're doing a trilogy or more of them. I'm a huge fan of the Tron movies, unabashedly. Saw this trailer, and I'm not a biggest Jared Leto fan, so we'll see how he turns out. But it opens with a scene of a light cycle being chased by a police car because this conceit is the Tron world's coming into our world.
And I had no idea that's what they were going to do. And it made me
Neither
very
did I.
happy. It made me happy.
it looks really
Yeah.
good.
The light cycle turns on its little like tail thing, that kills things, and it slices right through the middle of that police car and flips it. And I was like, the moment I saw that, I'm like, I'm in. I can't wait for this movie.
I gasped audibly when I saw that movie. And
Yeah.
when they showed the gate, just marching through
Mhm.
town, I'm definitely in. It's weird. They don't show Jared Leto's face until the very, very end of
Yeah, it's like
the
1
trailer.
second.
And that's all they do.
It's a very strange use of him. I don't know why they needed that as a reveal. I understand your reticence about him, Adam, too. Some of the same things I feel about Jack Black, I feel about Jared Leto. Just he needs direction, and hopefully he's going to get it in this. So yeah, I agree with
and
you.
it's got a stacked cast too. You got Evan Peters, Gillian Anderson, Cameron Monaghan, Jeff Bridges. So you've got some talent here.
Do you think they'll de-age Bridges terribly like they did in the last one?
I hope they just let him be there as the grizzled old
Me too.
programmer that
Me
he
too.
should be.
Brooks, what is your coming attraction?
Well, I was really excited about mine, and then I saw who the studio was. And so I'm not excited about who's releasing it.
This reminds me of a text you sent us recently.
But it does look really good. It's called Sketch, and it stars Tony Hale, and it's about, I guess, him and his daughter, and she likes to draw weird, disturbing pictures, and it gets dropped in a magical pond, and they start to come to life. And the directors described it as Jurassic Park meets Inside Out. And so I'm very excited about that. But it is also a local company that's making it.
Well, the director could have said, I just made a Brooks movie.
Basically, right?
All right. So what is it again, Brooks?
Sketch.
And Adam, yours was?
Tron Ares.
And I'm looking forward to Neighborhood Watch with the inimitable and inevitable Jack Quaid. He's everywhere right now. Well, when we come back, speaking of Will Poulter from earlier in the show, we are finally going to review Warfare. That'll be in a couple weeks. But for now, definitely go see Death of a Unicorn. Definitely do not go see a Minecraft movie. Don't
Do not
give
mind
them-
that box office.
Don't give him your money.
No.
All right, guys. We'll be back in a couple of weeks. Until then, I'm Jeff Counts.
I'm Brooks Bird.
And I'm Adam McDonald.
Thanks for being with us. Big Movie Mouth Off was produced and edited by me, Jeff Counts, and co-hosted by Adam McDonald and Brooks Bird. Our theme music is written by Brian Z. Richards, and this show is dedicated to the memory of our founders, Jeff Michael Weiss, and my partner in crime for over 5 years, the incomparable Jimmy Martin.